Hello, Bear Nation. This is the Bear With Me podcast with AP and KP, and as always, go Bears. I always say we have a special guest, but maybe
it's pretty special.
Maybe even a specialer guest.
Yeah, more special.
More special. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Well, I mean, it's so special that it's been two years since you've been able to fit me into your schedule. But Nick Middleton.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I think we've tried every week this season to try to get you on
this
here.
season. Yeah, but I've been holding out a little bit, so
You wanted to make sure the price was right.
I wanted to make sure I was getting paid well. Nick Middleton, principal here at Monroe Central Jr. Senior High School.
Woo!
I remember. Nick, thanks for being on here with us. I appreciate it. It has been a long time coming. We are churning out the episodes this year
really
compared to last year. Last year we
doubled.
Yeah, we had 2 episodes last year. We have 4. This will be 4.
Who was on it last year?
We had Cole Ludicky and maybe Carter Duncan.
Yep.
For baseball,
and
then wrestling was
I remember
Mac
that.
and
didn't we had
Zach. Mac and Zach.
didn't we have the girls basketball too, or is that 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
Oh, jeez.
Oh wait, no.
No,
You may
I think
be right.
I think
I
we
kn-
did.
I know your schedule was so busy that you couldn't fit me in last year, so I appreciate you getting around to it this year.
I've become the assistant AD, and I have time to get you on now. Nick, just go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself, just kind of personally and your journey to get here.
Yeah, so lucky enough to student teach here. Oh, man, I can't even tell you what date that was. It's been so long now. But spent the first 10 years of my career, the elementary, 4th, 5th, and 6th grade, and then moved up to assistant principal, and then moved to Newcastle, was elementary principal, high school assistant principal, and when this job came open, we decided as a family that this would be a great great school to be in. So
Coming back
we
home.
came back.
Mm-hmm.
Came back. Did I ever have you in class?
No, but
Who
you
was your
were a
son?
4th grade teacher when I was there because I had Mitchell.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Mitchell was my guy.
Mitchell, I owe everything to him. Do you think that Mr. Mitchell watches these?
I don't know, but Brent Chamness, loyal listener, I would say, because he's at least talked about it.
Yeah.
One said there'd be to get like retirees on here.
that'd be
Mitchell.
sick.
Mitchell would be fantastic.
I think
Preston Proctor
Preston
would be
Proctor,
fantastic.
yeah.
And if Preston's watching this, I called you the other day and left a voicemail. Please give me a call back. Thanks.
He might.
He might. It's possible.
He might.
I mean, hey, it's MC related, baby.
Who else could we
I
have?
think Larry Mitchell on here would be great. I think Barb Arthur would be
yeah.
fantastic.
She's a relative.
from
She's
the
a
other-
relative.
She's a relative by
Oh.
marriage.
Yes.
I didn't know that. She'd be wonderful.
What a combo that would be.
That would be a great combo.
Larry and Barb.
Yep.
Nick, when you came back, was most of the decision because I'm here?
No, really, that had nothing to do with it. Matter of fact, if I would have known, I probably would have not come. Was that applause?
Hey, excuse me. Nobody touches besides me.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
No.
He just knew he'd be seeing me more.
Yeah, there you go.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Absolutely.
Nick, tell us about how year 1 went last year.
I just want to tell you the story. We were in Florida playing baseball. You've heard this story, right? And so my son is playing baseball down Satellite Beach, Space Coast, and he's talking to the first base umpire, and the first base umpire was asking about the Parkinson's, right? That's just how far.
Have you heard this?
No.
Oh, you didn't hear
Who
about
was
this? You knew the name. I forget his name.
I can't
He used
remember
to coach here. That's how far this
Yeah.
podcast reached, though, is to
Heck yeah.
mid Florida.
That's awesome. Who was it?
I can't remember.
He used to be a coach. He used to be
But he
a
umpired.
JV coach.
Was it Hound Show? No. I can't remember.
I don't know.
It could be a Hornwell.
Yeah. Hornwell.
Or, God, who? What was the one bigger dude's name?
Conwell?
It wasn't a
Not
bigger
Conwell.
Nathan Wells?
No.
dude. This is riveting.
Yeah. I can't remember. Okay, sorry.
I can see him.
Nick, tell us about year 1 last year.
Year 1 was great. It was a senior class that, in all honesty, I wish we had longer with. It was a fantastic class. So,
Excuse me.
that's the biggest thing. I think just getting to know the staff and know the routines and everything here was, it's like drinking from a fire hose at times. But I wish I would have had a little bit longer with that class.
Mm-hmm. What year did you start here at MC?
Well, like I just said a minute ago, I don't remember.
He doesn't remember.
I'm going to say 2002, but that could be completely wrong. I don't know. Maybe 2003.
Did you and Brent hire in the same year?
No. Mr. Chamness was 1 year before me. He's a lot older, but
I forget how many years he said, 22 or 23.
this is my 22nd.
So his is
So
23.
he's 23.
Yeah.
So it would be 2002.
So two.
Yeah, that's right.
2002.
2002.
Yeah, good call.
Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm proud of myself.
Yes. What brought you? I know you said you student taught. Is that what got you the job here, or was it open and?
So actually, it's a very interesting story. So yeah, I don't know why. Back then, I'm not sure if it's the same now, but you weren't allowed to student teach in the spot in your high school that you graduated from, and so I just put 3 surrounding schools. And again, it goes back to Mr. Mitchell. He gave me that opportunity. And the interesting thing about that is, and I don't know that you know this, KP, or not, but I student taught. Right? Mm-hmm. And so Mr. Ritchie, I believe he's at Delta now, he had left to go to Delta, so it was a spot that was open. And so when they interviewed me for my first teaching job here, I actually did the interview on the phone from the Notre Dame football office. And so the couple players actually walked in, and they were looking for some of the coaches, and here I was sitting in their boardroom, and they would ask me a question.
What were you doing
A buddy of mine and I worked 2 weeks
okay.
this summer, basketball camp. But
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Kind of forgot about that.
That's what the podcast does, baby.
See, so 2002, I would have been
I was in the 2nd grade.
11. I don't remember you being there.
Well, I obviously made a big impact on you.
Well, how old was I? How was
If
11?
you were 11, you would have been in 5th grade.
6th grade? Yeah. So I was basically
We're
already
past
almost
10.
out. Yeah. By the
Focused
time
on
you
the
got
future.
there.
Who'd you have in 5th grade? Like Kathy Thomas. 6th grade.
Ed Ziegler.
Oh, yeah, he would be a good
Right?
one.
I had Ziegler too.
Is he 5th grade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was.
I had him.
I was his last class.
He was one of my
I
favorites.
had
yeah.
Brent Chamness for 6th grade, I think.
How did that go? Did you? What?
How did what go?
I missed the joke. What was the joke?
Just
Brent
guys.
Chavis. Yeah.
What did you ask?
That's a good.
Becky's gonna come on probably.
Becky? No.
Chamness.
What were you
We
saying?
can have a whole podcast on Chamness.
He wants to be on. He wants him and the 6th grade team. He wants Kyle and Grace to be on here.
So
with
say
him.
who's Kyle DuBois and who's the other one?
Grace. She got married. Bailey.
I probably wouldn't.
I don't think.
Yeah, I think that'd be down the list a little bit. Not just because of
Scooting
Grace and
down.
Kyle, but yeah,
Because
I
of
don't
Brent.
think Brent can. I don't think he can handle it.
Nick, tell us about the. What is it? What does it mean to be a high school principal? Give us a little bit.
What does it mean to be a high school? Well, I'll tell you that's actually I can answer that question
Because
actually
I know a very tiny bit just from being around you last year, but I don't know everything, of course.
well, what did you learn?
I don't know, not much, I guess. Doesn't do much, and no, I'm just kidding. You do a lot all the time. you're doing everything all at once.
So
putting
to
out
clarify your
fires
question, what is it like, or what do I do?
both, I guess.
Oh, okay. So, the thing is, I spent, my first 15 years at the elementary level, and I enjoyed it. When I went to high school, to be honest with you, I was a little nervous. I didn't know what to expect. And, I think the relationships, the conversations that you can have with the older students has really, it's impressed me. I've said it a million times before, and I'll say it again, but Monroe Central, the students here are great. Mm-hmm. Besides a couple of Parkinson kids a while ago. But it's the great kids here. And so, different kids. But no, it's, my kids love it here. The kids love the attitude of the students here. And so, so basically my job here is just to make sure the kids are getting the best education possible that we can, it's hard to compare. You know, I was listening to the radio coming in today, and they were talking about some indie schools and stuff, and we can't compare with that, right? And we can make that excuses all day long, you know, but at the end of the day, you know, we got to provide the best opportunity we can for our kids. There's something going on behind me.
Hello.
Hello.
It wasn't VP this time, everyone.
Dang it. Yeah, if you're watching, it wasn't VP.
It wasn't VP.
I was hoping it was VP. But yes, you can't.
I got confused on that one.
It's okay.
You can't compete. Well, not necessarily compete, but can't
Compare any to
compare.
here.
Yeah.
Can't compare.
What was your position at Newcastle before you came?
So I was a principal at Riley Elementary, 5 years. A good friend of mine moved up to the principal spot, and so I went with him to be a high school assistant principal in the world's largest and finest field house.
Yep.
Heck yeah, baby.
Big old
Played a
dude.
C-team basketball game there.
Did you score any buckets?
Probably not.
He was on the floor a lot. This kid, I swear, every play he would end up on the floor.
I like it. Hustle plays.
Every single play.
Intangibles.
Yeah.
That's good.
Weirdest shot too. You'll ever see.
Was it a bad one? Let me see it. Let me see the form.
But it was more like this.
Yeah, he kind
He just throws it.
Yeah.
But do you shoot right-handed or left-handed?
Right.
Are you
It's really
left-handed?
odd.
I'm left-handed.
Let me see it again one more time. Yeah.
But I mean, it went in some.
Were you a pretty good basketball player?
I was pretty good, yeah. I didn't ever. I mean, I played in junior high, and I was with like
Trey.
kids that have played together since they were like 4, you know, and they were all very good. And so I didn't get to see much of the court. I mean, when I did, I was in for a little bit, and then
So you say Trey Thomas.
Trey, Shane, Fletcher.
Yeah, and
all
if
them.
you would have stuck with it, I would have been one of your coaches here.
Oh yeah,
So
okay.
you should have stayed with
right.
it.
But yeah, so I mainly played in like during lunch and stuff. There's a group of us that would play, and
The best
I was
times.
pretty good at like trick passes and shots and stuff like that. And Jeremy Duncan asked me why I didn't play, and I said, well, because I wouldn't play. And I didn't want to waste. I mean, I focused on baseball, so I did that. But I mean, it would have been fun.
So baseball wise, you were probably, from what I hear, a lot better than KP. Would you say?
I would say that, yes.
Yeah. I mean, they know them in Florida. You know what I'm saying? They know them all the way there. So I'm sorry.
If I hit better than me, I hit like crap.
Join the crowd.
My junior year, I hit terrible, but
Yeah.
Join the crowd.
I got DH4. But it was by Biggin, so it's okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to make fun of you for that, but I got DH4 a couple times too. So it's kind of
Happens the best
I
embarrassing.
let off my senior year.
Oh yeah. What
That
was it?
that was probably the best thing that happened. I liked leading off.
What position did you play in the field?
Outfield, I played left, depending on who we pitched, left or right. And then I played first some as well.
We got to play on the same team. My freshman year, his senior year.
What position did you play?
Left field.
Left field. So if he wasn't in left, you'd be in left, and he'd be in right. Did you guys ever play any like shenanigans back and forth?
I saw him collide with our center fielder.
Did you laugh?
It was terrifying. And then I laughed. Yes. Once I know that they were like breathing, I laughed after that.
Yeah, you could get hurt.
You know who
hurry
he hit?
on that.
You know who the center fielder? Well, no, that would be before Matthew. That was Drew. I collided with Drew?
No, you collided with Matt.
Yeah, that was after you graduated.
Oh. I was playing with you. No,
Oh, maybe. I don't know. It was Northeastern.
He was probably out by the
wasn't
fence
Yeah, I was
pretending.
playing with you.
Oh, okay.
Because I think Drew was
Oh,
pitching.
Drew was probably pitching then.
Because that's when me and Drew almost got thrown out.
Yeah.
No, speaking of getting thrown out, that's the second time. That's the second
That was
time
try. Yeah, that's right.
that I've heard that you've
Well-
either gotten thrown out or, and I would have never guessed
you were
of all
talking,
people.
You were talking about cussing and stuff. I might have said a couple words.
You would have never guessed of all people. You should have seen this guy.
Just for the record, I told them they couldn't cuss on the podcast.
Yeah, it's always been a problem for me.
Yeah, it was. Well, no, the umpire was horrific.
We talking
And,
about try right now?
whenever that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, try. It was try. And our coach got tossed. So I started coming in from the outfield, and I said some choice things, and the field umpire said, "Go back out or you're gone." I'm like, fine. So I started walking back a little bit, and yeah.
He was Middleton was alluding to the Blue River.
Yes.
Well, that
Basketball.
was the other time.
That also included some choice words
is
for
there-
our fine referees.
Is there anything else that you need to tell us about in terms of
No, I think that was
improper conduct or anything like that toward referees?
County. I got yelled at, but it was more because I was mad at myself. So, but the umpire the umpire heard and said, "Hey, you can't really say that." And I said, "Okay, that's fine. You're right."
KP, how many times did you get booted from a contest?
I almost did. There was a little misunderstanding with the band director.
Okay.
The band director and
Were you part of that too?
Chris Neal.
And yeah.
No, I was not. I was there.
Aaron Black was the AD.
I was there.
And I walked between like the student section and like the band, but like their instruments were right there. They weren't there yet. And I stepped around to make sure I didn't hit them. He thought I was trying to damage their equipment, and it was a misunderstanding. And I was so perplexed. I didn't know what to do. And then Aaron Black came over because he went and got Mr. Black, and he said, "Hey, just go sit on the other side. You're good." I said, "Okay." So that's what I did.
See, that's basically what happened with the Blue River game.
Yeah, then also I just yelled really loud. I never cursed. I don't curse now, but I just yelled loud, and I got told to be quiet by the official one time. So I did.
Man, this is shocking.
And I was in arguments with like players.
Yeah.
Like while being in the student section.
If I would have known this beforehand, I probably would have been on this program. You know what I'm saying?
But we did a lot of good
best out
things.
in us.
Hey, Adam loved the student section for his career, and then I took it over after he graduated, and
Did
it
you
was really
dress
good.
up like
I dressed up, but not like him.
not
No.
fanatical?
No, not insane. Not pain or anything.
Yeah. Striped. Brown
Have you ever
and
seen
gold.
the all black that he did? All black outfit.
Have I? I don't think so.
Probably not. I'll show it to you after.
It's wild. It's wild.
Did you plan on this for like weeks in advance? Like, did you sit down and like draw?
His Christmas tree outfit was pretty cool too.
I think I've seen that one. Did you used to sit like though and draw up diagrams and stuff for like upcoming season?
He had like,
a
didn't
coach's
you have like the
playbook?
I had
graph
little
paper?
graph paper, and then I
You
would,
did
yeah.
seriously?
Yep, and then Grandma sewed everything. So Grandma's
Shout out
the
Grandma
true.
Fran.
Yeah, Grandma Fran's the true.
She's a real MVP.
The MVP of the outfits.
Do you still have the diagrams?
I
mean, I think
we could put those up in your office.
I know.
Mom keeps everything.
Yeah, we could frame those.
It's possible they're
Does
still
she
around.
listen to this podcast?
I know
Dad
Dad
does.
does.
Dad
Dad
does.
does every episode. But
this
Mom,
is a
I'm not sure.
Podcast
Oh,
that
Dad.
even your own mom won't listen to.
That was for Skiz.
Speaking of, this podcast is brought to you by Monroe Central Athletic Training at Monroe Central AT on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And speaking of YouTube, we are on YouTube currently.
Yeah, we are.
The Bear With Me Podcast YouTube channel. If you would rather do podcasts through watching them, we have the YouTube channel. And yeah.
And we have another sponsor if you want to get that out of the way. Or you can do it later.
We'll do it later.
Okay.
Now let's do it right now. Who is the other sponsor?
Stop and Sip in downtown Parker City. They are
Have you
other
had Stop and
sponsor.
Sip?
I have had. I don't think so, but I've seen it. I think
You gotta
maybe
go.
biscuits and gravy
gotta
one
go.
time. But yes,
Yes.
I've heard
Shout
it was great.
out to them.
Yes, and we another. It's on Facebook, so we can tell
Yes,
people.
yes, we can say it.
They are having a baby girl.
That's awesome.
I texted Jaden yesterday. I said, "Hey, being a baby girl is the best. Or being a baby girl,
Did you say being?
Being a baby girl is the best.
being a girl, Dad, is the best."
Being a baby girl.
Hey, I'm on it a little bit more than last week.
Yeah, that is
believe
true. That is true.
Nick, do you listen to the podcast every week?
I gotta admit, I haven't listened to one, but I need to. I just haven't yet.
He says he's listening to the radio.
I've been.
He says he's listening to the radio.
I've
That's
been-
perfect time to listen to the podcast.
You have a half hour. Or how long does it take you to
I
get here?
have been protesting since I haven't been invited. So now that I'm on, I'll go back tonight and just binge
just binge
listen
it,
to
yes.
everything.
How long is your journey to get
I'm
here?
more of a fan of AP. So when you talk more, is the ones
see?
that I think I'm going to enjoy the most.
I need a boo button.
Can't we record?
I'm sure we can.
We'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
What were you getting ready to ask?
How long is your journey to get here each day?
It's right under a half an hour. So my oldest son is learning to drive, and so
How old is he?
he just turned 16 in May.
I was thinking he was older than that.
No,
He's a sophomore.
He's just tall.
he's
He's a
just
big boy.
tall.
Have you seen Alex?
Is that who I'm thinking?
His
of?
middle one.
Oh no, I don't think so. I might have seen him at a baseball game. Was that him?
He's very tall. He's almost as tall as Isaac is now.
Yes, yeah.
Blonde. Yes,
Yep.
I saw him.
But so getting here, I'd say about 28 minutes. Getting home when he's driving, probably like 45. It's just-
Hey, yeah, that's
That's good.
and you have a headache because you feel like you're just jerking around the whole time.
That is
You know
true.
what I mean? You feel like you're on a roller coaster.
I have been trying this whole year. I need to get Sarah Middleton on the podcast. I would much rather have.
Now, what does she?
Her.
What does she do? I think I've asked you this before. But I can't
Yeah,
remember.
so she
Tell us about your family a little bit. That's
Yeah.
what I meant to
Yeah,
allude to
yeah.
earlier.
and I didn't answer you, did I? So no, Sarah. She actually went to school for she got a photography degree.
Oh, like my wife.
Ohio Institute of Photography, I believe
Okay.
is the name of it. So yeah, she did that, and then we have 3 boys, and so just doing a good job of raising them, and it was kind of funny because when she entered the workforce again, I was sitting at my desk at Riley Elementary, and they were trying to get my attention. I kept shaking them off and saying, "No, just give me a minute. I'll finish up my phone call."
Yeah.
Thinking that they just need me to pick something up, a snowy day or whatnot. And, so finally, being the good guy that I am, I finally got off the phone and took the message. And Sarah was laying out in the driveway with a broken leg. Kind of felt bad about that one. So she had to have surgery. And, yeah, that ended.
I was on a phone. I'm on the one.
Is that just from slipping? And
She was pushing one of the boys down there. We had an incline on our driveway, and she was pushing one down and
Just slipped
on
and
a sled
snapped?
and slipped and snapped. Ambulance had to
gosh.
get her.
was
out
that
of there.
Alex?
It was probably Alex.
So it's Alex's fault.
It's
Yeah.
Alex's
Yeah.
fault.
Yeah.
Yeah. So going with that, she started as a secretary at our local hospital, and she's moved her way up to administration.
That's what it was. I was
Henry
thinking.
County,
I was thinking it was
Henry
something
County.
with nursing or something along those lines.
yeah,
But I couldn't remember
Does
exactly.
a good job. Yep, does a good job.
That's where
Good.
Reese was brought into the world.
Henry County.
Yep.
That's right.
Very good.
I haven't
So
seen
you
Reese
guys
in a
still
while.
in Newcastle then?
We are right off 36. So
Oh, okay.
right off the Mount Summit exit.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. That's not bad.
I stalked by their house one time.
You stalked or stopped?
Both. Yeah, I'd say
I
stalked.
would say both.
Yeah, I would say stalked.
Me and Kins didn't know. We were out that way for something. Actually, maybe after Reese's appointment. And I looked on Final Forms under Isaac's address. And I was like, oh, okay. We'll go by.
We've put up a gate since then. We put up a,
Sarah said we should have stopped. We should have stopped by. She would have showed us the house.
Dang it.
Much nicer than Nicholas
Yeah,
here.
right.
Now, speaking of stopping by, I got to tell you this story too. This is a good one. So we were out at a safety meeting when I was at Newcastle, and Isaac was home mowing, and the police officer and I decided it would be a good idea. There's a lot of land there, and so the police officer and I pulled the patrol car into the yard and pulled Isaac over for speeding on the mower way off of the property.
Did he know you were in there?
Oh no, his face was priceless on that. So you have the lights going, the sirens going, and down back behind the house. And the funny thing was, he kind of turned his head to look. He's like, "Where am I going to run? Where am I getting out?" Had no clue.
Oh, that's funny.
That's phenomenal. Nick, we always ask each episode favorite MC moment. Now, of course,
Now, you have a lot. You have like a
This
lot.
could go back to. You could do a couple. You could do one from when you were here before and here at the high school.
Famous or my favorite MC moment? That's a tough one.
Well, it could be multiple.
That's a tough one.
Not having KP in class.
Not having to deal with KP in class. Man, I don't know. I don't know if really anyone sticks out, to be honest with you. But one thing I've said this a lot too is it's just the silly things that we did, just as a staff. Just because especially at elementary, we were such a clique.
Oh, yeah.
You had Mr. McCoy, you had Mr. Mitchell.
We should have Mr. McCoy on there.
Mr. McCoy would be a good one to
Yeah.
have on here. We should get him on here. But
Just do one season, like focus towards retirees.
Well, Mr. McCoy,
McCoy's
he's
a
superintendent.
Right, but like he's not here anymore.
Yeah.
Oh,
is what
okay,
I'm
I see
saying.
what you mean.
He's a
But-
superintendent.
He is.
Centerville.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Dr.
Yeah.
McCoy.
Wow.
Yep, does a very good job.
Good
over
for
there.
him. I think I'm Facebook friends with him, but I haven't
Yeah.
spoken to him probably since I left the elementary.
But yeah, we did a lot of tricks and jokes on each other down there. That was a blast. So it was a good time.
Paula Keever as well. We need to have her on. Paula? No, that's not right.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Paula Keever.
Miss
yeah.
Keever?
yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm. She was awesome.
Can you tell us about the Brent Chamness shirt incident?
You tell me about it. I don't
think I know this.
to say that.
Did you switch shirts with him?
Oh no, that would be much
He
too big.
He
for
just
him.
had a certain shirt design that he was going to do for Mr. Chamness.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It didn't take off. It kind of backfired on me. But I was going to get shirts that say "I hate Mr. Chamness" on them.
Yeah.
But as I went around and asked everybody,
Nobody
they said,
really wanted one?
No, they really wanted the "I hate Mr. Middleton"
Okay.
T-shirts more.
Right.
So
Right.
I hate to put that on.
Backfire, baby.
Backfire.
I think this brings us to the Craig Knuckles dad joke section.
Dad sent
I love a good
yes,
dad
yes.
joke.
Okay. So I haven't looked at these. I'm just going to go down the line of these. Why shouldn't you tell secrets in a cornfield? There are too many ears all around.
Oh, not bad.
What kind of underpants do lawyers wear? Okay. Briefs. I mean,
Yeah.
I get it, but it's not that great.
Yeah.
What do you... I can't remember if I've done this one because it deals with a cow. What do you call it when a cow grows facial hair? A moustache.
That was actually pretty good.
Don't you feel like though, like a joke? You know, like because all three of those were horrible, right?
they're awful,
But
yeah.
the funny thing is when the person tells it laughs like you do,
it's
and then it turns in. It's funny.
It turns into funny.
It's
Yeah.
funny.
Okay, I got one more because then it goes down to another one, I guess. Did you hear about the cleaners who went to space? They ended up scrubbing the mission. Yeah.
These jokes all remind me of Chamness. Really, if you think about it.
I like the moustache one. That was good.
Yeah, it was average. Not bad. Not bad.
We need people to submit some, like in like the comment section on YouTube.
How many
Yes.
viewers do you get on these?
10,000.
10,000 each episode. What about when?
It all just depends. It's probably
Not
around
Did you ever break 10?
30 to 50. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We do every episode. And
I mean, we've had some like over 100.
yeah.
How many do you think? Let's just make a friendly. How many do you think will watch this one? Do you think we'll break 20?
Watch it on YouTube or listen to it.
I think.
What's listening like? Pretty good.
It's like 30,
I know you
30
said,
to 50.
Okay, I know you send
let's-
it out.
Let's do both. Like you think like 30.
Let
30 at
me
most?
just get the
Because here's the thing: if it takes 30, I'll watch it 30 separate times just to get the record.
the record's like almost 200, I think.
Yeah.
That was on for 200.
So I think that's when Craig Knuckles earlier his
we've had-
first couple
we've
years.
had
We've
some.
had one or two go over 100.
I don't know if
think.
I'll have any.
Now
service
listen.
again.
All joking aside, when this came out, okay, and maybe you were on it. I think you were on it with Craig, but I listened to it. I just happened to come across it, and I listened to it, and I thought this is good. And so I went to our administration in Newcastle, and there for about 2 weeks we were going to try to start one. And it just
All because
fizzled
of
out.
us.
But yeah, I remember
Okay.
listening to it.
So our most popular that I've been on was Mandy Bly and Ross Braun had 178 views.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, I guarantee can you tell who got on there? Because I guarantee that Ross got on 100.
He probably did.
Mandy 75.
Our very first one with David and Caleb Antrim had 149.
David Rutherford.
Mm-hmm.
And Caleb.
Adrian only has 52 views.
I think, you know what? It's been a couple years. It's time to get him back on.
Yeah, we need to get
Because
back.
I think what you do is you preload the questions and have him tell the dad jokes. I think
Right, that
would
is
be-
true.
think
I
that'd be
mean,
good.
so this season, Veach and Rick both have 27, and then Derek has 24.
so it's not a big bar to have to.
Right.
Not a big.
And then the listeners' podcast, they've all had about 25.
Okay. All right.
So I still don't know how accurate this is because I feel like the kids tell me all the time that
I'm sure
they heard
it's
the
not,
podcast.
I'm sure it's not that accurate.
We're going to set the bar high. We're going for 45.
Okay.
45.
Okay.
You think we can make that?
Mhm.
I think you can.
I do.
We've
too.
done it before.
I do
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
I think you can.
Nick's going to share it to all of his family. Please listen.
Just listen to this. Please.
They see me too
Listen
much.
for at least a minute so it shows up.
It registers. Maybe that's it too. Maybe they have to listen to the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Nick, what if you had one thing to say to the listeners here? What would you say?
All 30 of them. Oh.
Yes.
Just general advice or advice about Monroe Central.
Yes. Yeah.
All the above.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would just say that, just again, I know great place to be, right? Enjoy it. Enjoy the moment. It's going to fly by for your child. I always say it with the staff, staff give a little bit of grace. Sometimes we get the phone calls in and somebody's upset or something and, without talking to that staff member, but we have a great staff, a caring staff, a staff that wants to help. Mm-hmm. And so one of our big words this year is culture and, how we treat each other and how we show respect and love one another is important to me. And so I would love to see that in all aspects. I know that's not realistic, but, we're pretty blessed to have students in the building with staff that cares the way they do and administration that cares the way they do. And, I don't take it for granted the type of students that we have here,
Mm-hmm.
and so I just ask that, we don't take for granted the staff we have here as well. So
That's good.
Wise words.
That's
Nick
good.
Middleton.
Yep.
We always end the podcast. Do you know how we end the podcast?
I've never seen it. I will.
Hey, we're adding them to the Avery Thomas list.
We need the Avery Thomas list, and then we need something. We need like a banner or something.
What's the Avery Thomas list?
She's never listened.
She's never on the podcast, and we've given her crap.
She's been
for
on
it
the
this whole time.
podcast, I think, twice, and she's not listened to it.
Oh, some people's
Like
made it
any-
around twice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
That's
we've
interesting.
at least had her since me. I don't know if she was.
I just once.
Well,
Oh, okay, just once.
I'll talk to Avery about this.
Anyways, how we
I
end the
will.
podcast is we give shout outs to whoever you want to shout out. I'd like to start this one. I'm going to shout out Sarah Middleton.
That's a good one.
I would say the better Middleton.
Yeah.
Everywhere that I've been, I kid you not, everywhere that I've been, they've always, and they don't talk to each other, right? It's not like they're, Newcastle, Monroe Central, but they always call her Saint Sarah every time. And I'm like, who did you talk to? It's
This is
because
through the grapevine.
she has to put up with you all the time. And so
Alyssa gets that as well.
But in all reality, Sarah is a wonderful person. So
She is.
I've met her
has
once. She
treated
was
me-
very nice.
Treated me very nicely and had
She is.
wise words.
The Middleton family and beyond are big fans of KP, and they would be of you. They just don't
Thank
know
you.
you as well. I mean, I kind of consider you guys the same, kind of one and the same in terms of personality.
Who'd you like to shout out?
I would like to give a shout out. You know what? Because we're going to get him to watch it. I want to give a shout out to Larry Mitchell
Yes.
because we're going to get him to watch it.
Okay. I'm gonna shout out Paula Keever. I really enjoyed having her as an art teacher. Not that she's ever gonna.
She did it.
Should I go answer that? Hello.
Probably looking for me. We're going to stay in here for the rest of the day.
Yep. Sounds good.
I'd also like to shout out Kenzie and Reese and Star.
I will shout out my dogs, not my wife. My wife doesn't listen either.
I shout out to my dog, Ellie.
Yep.
Ellie the
Yep.
dog. She's probably taking a nap right now.
Absolutely. So are mine.
Just like we all want to.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. We
Yeah.
all want to do that.
I don't think she's listened to a podcast either.
Darn.
Next time.
But she'll probably
pod.
enjoy this one.
A podcast.
A pod.
Ooh. Hey, we can roll with that.
That was
Wait,
good.
what? How do I hit?
Yeah.
Good job.
Look at you.
All right, and then the final of the podcast we do, the Go Bears, looking into the camera after 3. You go with that?
Yeah, are we doing like the KP Go Bears or just like our own voice?
I mean, you can do it however you want.
Yeah, however you want.
Okay.
You ready?
It's an honor.
Everyone, thanks for listening to the
Yep, thank you.
podcast. And 1, 2, 3.
Go Bears!